Welcome back to Chat and Chew, your go-to source to all things school nutrition in Clayton County. Have we got a great show for you today?
That's right. Today we'll be going over the importance of breakfast and also what we're doing within Clayton County to increase that breakfast participation. We'll also have a special guest joining us who will be discussing some alternate ways that she is increasing her breakfast participation.
Yes, and in addition, we'll discuss our plans to celebrate National School Breakfast Week and share tasty new concepts to smoothies with you. Then we'll get ready for a slam dunk when we discuss our March Madness promotions.
That sounds amazing. And speaking of promotions, we'll take a glance back at some very memorable moments from the promotions we brought to you last show.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
What you need? My run game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleep. You got V12, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got all the way up. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Shorty, what you...
Welcome back.
Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
Mine too. And you know it's said that breakfast is the most important meal of the day for students.
Yes, I truly believe that. But it's strange that many of our students do not eat breakfast at home or at school.
Oh, my goodness, I know. And it's sad because studies have shown that eating breakfast is linked to a couple things. 1, less absenteeism. 2, better concentration.
I'm so glad
I know, eating breakfast, it makes me focus.
Yes, and if you have a hard time focusing and we're adults, what about children when they don't eat?
I know, and that leads me to number 3, higher test scores. Children do better in studies if they have a good breakfast in their stomachs. Also, fewer nurse trips. Because if you're in class and your stomach's grumbling and then you go to the nurse because you don't feel well, that's just not going to do anything for your concentration or your focus. Also, there's fewer behavioral problems. So principals can spend less time on discipline and the teachers can experience less disruptions during class time.
Those are really interesting statistics. But our students just are not eating. They are not coming to the cafeteria. Do you think it could be because they'd rather stay outside or spend time with their friends?
It really could be. I believe so.
So, that's why we are exploring alternative breakfast strategies to ensure that more students will be able to receive and eat breakfast. We have even partnered with an organization called Health Empowers. And this agency is aimed at influencing children's lifelong healthy habits. To begin a grab-and-go breakfast pilot with us, it'll be 7 schools that we'll be piloting, and we'll start that in March.
Oh, so you mean that this should improve the breakfast participation by making it more convenient and increase the likelihood that every student will get a breakfast?
Exactly. And some of the schools will be implementing breakfast in the classroom, while others will opt to increase breakfast participation by adding an additional line with a kiosk in an accessible location other than the cafeteria.
Wow. So when you say grab and go, what type of items are you talking about? We might need some clarity on this because does that mean the students won't get a hot breakfast?
No, of course not. Many of the items that we serve on our regular breakfast line, they also will fit nicely with our grab-and-go kiosk.
Wow.
Nutritious handheld breakfast items will be the ones that we'll use to ensure quick pickup. So we will continue to offer breakfast sandwiches and other individually packaged items, hot and cold, just like these tasty waffles and French toast.
My French toast was good.
My waffles. So we'll continue to offer those as well.
That's great. Well, coming up next, we'll talk to a special guest who is an expert in this very field, and she'll be able to shed more insight into this program that we're looking at. And so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
And I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. And if they ask anybody where I live, they point to the hill to say, go all the way up. Go all the way up.
And we're back. We've been discussing the breakfast concepts that we've been utilizing within Clayton County. And we've got a special guest that is an expert in this field. I'd like for you to welcome Dr. Turner. Thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate you coming.
Thanks, Jen, for having me.
So we wanted to kind of go over some things, and since you've been a principal at Rex Middle School, you've made one big change to your school breakfast program, meal service. Can you tell us what that big change is?
Absolutely. It truly was a happy accident where we have breakfast in the classroom.
Wow, that is amazing.
So can you discuss one important thing that you think, why you think breakfast is important?
Well, breakfast is important. Many of the reasons you all already said, but it really makes the students happy that they have something to come to and eat. We put out the menu in the morning, and I watch them look at it like, yeah, we're going to get this. So it excites them.
Wow. You know, we've heard that since you've instituted the grab and go breakfast, it's resolved some of your morning disciplinary problems. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. I'm the largest middle school in Clayton County. I have close to 1,200 students.
Wow.
And so I have about 23 buses, and they come in very quickly. And that was causing a jam pack in the cafeteria.
Wow.
It was hard to manage a lot of different students. So what I noticed one day, and that's why I was saying it was a happy accident, was we were rushing the students, and most of the breakfast was getting thrown out, or they weren't even bothering because of the rush. So we started doing breakfast in the classroom just to shut all that down.
That's great.
Has this change made a noticeable improvement with your student behavior in the classroom?
It has. Where we were having some challenges in the cafeteria where there were so many students, it was very hard to manage. Now it's a lot easier, and what has been reported to me from the teachers is that they get started on their work a lot sooner. They have their breakfast with them, and so they're doing their morning work right along with the breakfast.
Oh, well, that is wonderful. So overall, would you recommend this type of program to all the principals?
I would. However, I would caution them with some, really taking the time to really look at it logistics. Take working with your cafeteria manager,
Right.
your assistant principals, and your custodians to make sure that it all works, and especially your teachers.
That's great.
So what about teachers? Are they able to get control of their classes and start enrolling lessons on time?
Absolutely, yes. We had to first kind of have the discussion what support they needed in order to make the breakfast in class successful, and that's where I was talking about the logistics and working with the different partnerships. So we line all of the hallways with large trash cans so that there was a place to put the trash, not inside the classroom. And that seemed to satisfy our teachers a lot. Also giving them the supplies they needed to make sure if there were any spills, because sometimes we have our jelly or our syrup,
Right.
and that can make a mess. So what we did was get a lot of baby wipes that were donated, and we've
Oh, wow.
been using that. And the teachers are really happy about that. And
That's creative.
really quick, so.
That seems very good. Well, that seems to really cover a lot of, I guess, maybe some objections and maybe some different things. And it definitely sounds like it's working really good. I want to thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
joining us today. We appreciate all of your expertise in all of this. It was nice to find out how this actually is working for you and how it's going to work and implementing it in our other schools. We want to see successful grab and goes across the county. And I think your testimony will definitely inspire the county to kind of jump on board and give it a try. So thank you so much.
Well, again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, folks, what else can we say? It seems like this may be a win-win situation. If you are interested in piloting a program such as this at your school, please contact us. We can help you get it started.
Well, it's time to celebrate. Well, maybe just talk about celebrating. We'll get back to you in just a moment.
And I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. And if they ask anybody where I live, they point to the hill to say, go all the way up. Go all the way up.
Welcome back.
Since we've discussed breakfast and the importance of breakfast being the most important meal of the day, and we've also talked about our plan to increase breakfast participation,
Right?
I think it's only fitting that we start to celebrate.
Celebrate.
Yes, we need to join the nation and celebrate National School Breakfast Week.
You know what? You know something, Angela? National School Breakfast Week is a week-long program that launched in 1989 to raise awareness of the school breakfast program. And this allows the schools to give a shout out to their breakfast program about their school and increase participation and educate the community about the benefits of school breakfast.
Well, this year's theme is I Heart School Breakfast.
I heart school breakfast.
Yes, and it encourages parents, students, and school officials to get social over school breakfast. Speaking a language that kids understand, we're ready to tell all the benefits of a healthy school breakfast.
Let's talk about some of the things that we have planned. Now remember, we are piloting a grab and go concept in 7 of our schools. Grab and go. So it's beginning the same week. So we thought it was fitting to introduce this concept to all of our schools, and what better time to do so than celebrating National School Breakfast Week?
Yes. And currently at all school levels, we offer a hot item and cereal and toast every day. In middle and high, we offer an additional item. We will continue to do this during this National School Breakfast Week. However, we will alternate between cereal and whole grain crackers 3 days a week, cereal and toast 1 day a week, and cereal and cinnamon maple toast 1 day a week. And also we are bringing in mini donuts. Now, don't think we're talking about the sugar-laden glazed donuts.
Woo.
We are talking about very tasty but whole grain, a healthier grab and go option.
Ooh.
Individually packaged so that students can just pick them up and take them with them. No mess, no fuss.
We'll also introduce a fun, tasty concept as smoothies created by our own Chef Jabbar. So without further ado, let's take a look at that. This is going to be so good. I'm really excited. All right. Well.
It's about ready.
I think so. Oh man, that's good.
Oh, that's delicious.
That is very good.
Man, this is ingenious. This is wonderful.
I like it. I would take this. And how easy.
Too.
How simple and easy is that?
Yes.
So I think that will definitely excite the kids during National School Breakfast Week.
I think so too.
So,
So, well, that about does it for this segment on our National School Breakfast Week and our celebrations. But please do not forget to send photos and anything interesting to hashtag NSBW18 and hashtag School Breakfast.
school breakfast. We'll be right back.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty.
I call foul
Wait, what? What?
because I think it's a foul because you did not tell them about the special things that we're doing for March Madness. That's a foul.
Well, let's do it then. But you know what? If you cough out, I'd say you're traveling.
Well, let's tell them about March Madness.
Okay.
We're not traveling. The only thing we'll be doing is celebrating March Madness on Fridays. 3 Fridays in fact. The first Mad Friday, March 16th, we'll be dribbling up and down the court.
Right.
No fouls, no traveling, no pushing, and we'll score. Swoosh. When all of our schools serve walk-in tacos.
Oh, traveling. Get it?
Yes, no traveling there, only walking. Walking tacos. Yes, walking tacos that you all love. But we're gonna do it a little bit different. We're gonna put a little spin on it. Kelly, can you tell them about our special walk-in tacos?
I absolutely can. So, just like our other nachos, these are going to be self-serve bags that will be Doritos. Doritos with queso and all the fixings. So it will be amazing.
Did you say queso?
I did.
Well, speaking of queso, why should you always bring a bag of chips to a party?
I don't know. Why should you bring a chips to a party?
In queso emergency.
Oh boy. Someone's hung out with me a little too long. Oh, you want a joke? Answer me this. What do you call cheese that acts crazy?
I don't know, what?
A basket queso. So let's talk about the second week of March Madness. March 23rd, we will dribble down the court in celebration of March Madness with pizza party, personal pan pizzas, a favorite of the students.
Oh, and we'll call it the Final Four. Wait, no, the Final Five. The 5 choices of pizza available will be cheese, pepperoni, but how about this? We'll also have buffalo chicken pizza and supreme pizza. That's right, I said supreme pizza with veggies on top and meat on top, loaded with cheese. And we'll also have, we got one more pizza. Oh, Hawaiian pizza with Hawaiian flavors. So that means pineapple.
Ooh.
A little sweetness on top.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that will be wonderful. And finally, you see there's one more Friday that will be left in the month. This Friday, we'll hoop it up with a couple of slam dunks and a 3-pointer with our final celebration. Kelly, can you tell us about that?
You know, I don't want to talk about it, but just in case so you didn't know, we'll be having walking tacos again, which will have your Tostito nachos, all your fixings, your queso. It is going to be absolutely delicious. So, clock is at 5 seconds, and you're ready for a three-pointer. What are you going to do? We're going to sink it with those walking tacos.
That sounds like we beat the buzzer with these selections, and I just can't wait until March now.
You're so funny. So I hope you enjoy all the fun things that we did and brought to you this month leading into March Madness. Thanks so much. Bye.